Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Anthony Simons.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Lonzo Ball out there with Kobe White. And it's Giddey in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, the forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. Henderson and Simons are their guards. And it's Ayton in at the 5 roaming the paint. We're only around halfway through this very long season, GA. This is when the grind, I think, really kicks in.
Yeah, you think about the physical and mental toll this game takes on you. And I miss being out there, but, man, I tell you, it can be a grind.
Now the Bulls with it. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And really an odd series between them a year ago as they couldn't get a win in either meeting.
Here's Henderson. Ball with the rebound. Giddey against Avdia. And the rejection by Ayton. Here's Vucevic. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Ayton. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Ayton kicks to Avdia. Inside, here's Henderson. And it's White with the rebound. Now the Bulls with it. Ball with it. Now Henderson defending. And the shot is good.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Chauncey Billups.
Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Giddey. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. And stolen by Giddey. White, wide open. He fires. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Yeah, it seems like White's got that in-between range figured out.
Henderson with it. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Pass to Ayton. And it's good for 2.
Well, that's just their first make in 5 attempts. Maybe that bucket can ignite their offense.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now, here's Vucevic. Here's Giddey. Can't hit from 12. Trailblazers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made. Taking advantage of an opening. Grant hammered that home.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. You look at Portland. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on.
And for the Trailblazers, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
And here are the Bulls now. Portland making their last shot, and they pick up 2.
And I love how Ball accepts the contact on his way up, not allowing it to alter his shot.
Portland trailing here. And here's Henderson. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Here's Grant. They grabbed their own miss. Count it.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
Well, this is what he's known for. Attacking the glass and getting some second chance points.
Here's Ball. Following the basket by Jeremy Grant. On the wing, Giddey. Defended by Avdia.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Henderson, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
And a quick look at the numbers for DeAndre Ayton. And he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounder. Portland is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Abdi on the wing. White against Henderson. Grant surveying the D. Clock at 4. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Ayton, and Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got his second basket.
Good cleanup there by Ayton, using his reach to get the rebound and finish the job.
Ball, the pass to Vucevic. Down low, White. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to Houston. Outside, Simons. Ayton sets the pick for Simons. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
White against Henderson. Simons with the screen on White. Oh, Ayton in position. Doesn't go that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Williams gets the bucket.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
Here's Simons. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Lets a floater go, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. 3-point lead. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Jones. Misses in close.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Here's Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Bulls leading by 3. Williams kicks to Giddey. Now White. Williams, a screen on Simons. White, good. White's got 6.
Well, that's White shaking him off, creating room off the dribble.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 14 feet away, and it's Simons missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
White, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now Henderson, still without a basket. Outside, Simons. To the inside, Grant. It dropped for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. Chicago has gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Vucevic a screen on Avdia. Here's Giddey. Portland grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
Simons against White. Here's Ayton. Hits the jumper. And now just a 3-point Bulls lead.
Well, Ayton is quite literally a house in there.
And so here is Chicago. Here's Giddey to the middle. Here's Vucevic. On to White. Launches it. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Avdia with it. Jones covering. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Into the Bulls, shooting 47% here so far. Henderson against Jones. Pass to Vucevic. Puts up a 3. Drills it from outside. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Yeah, defensively, you have to keep track of Vucevic at the arc. He takes those shots when he's open.
And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 40% here in the early stages. Jones, the pass to White. Now here's Giddey. His last outing, 16 points for him. And Jones has it in the corner. A 3-pointer, no good. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Henderson for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from 3-point land so far in the ballgame. Jones kicks to Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. White against Henderson. Here's Giddey. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
And his shot just hasn't been there in this one. Luckily, his team has been able to make up the difference.
To the paint, here's Ayton. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. That's now 8 points for DeAndre Ayton.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
That's to Vucevic. Jones sets the pick for Vucevic. Over in the corner, White. Outside Williams. And again, Chicago, no good. Here, the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. And you were just talking about this coach, Patrick Williams, a guy with loads of potential.
Yeah, Kevin, he's had to deal with a lot of injuries here early in his career. Sometimes he tends to disappear in games, but when he's got it going, this guy has a chance to be a really good 3-and-D player.
It's going to be fun to see where he takes his game. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I've just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. The Bulls making a switch here. Zach Collins checked in for Vucevic. Smith comes in for Patrick Williams. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Josh Giddey. And it's Dosunmu in for Kobe White.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Bruce Ellis with the ball. Defended by Sharp. Smith the pass to Collins. Now, here's Thibault. Defense right on him. Pass to Sharp. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Down low. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Well, this is where Williams gets most of his points. Rolling off the screen, ready to catch and finish.
Jones against Simons. Pass to Dosunmu. Takes a 3. And no good. DeAndre Ayton, he has been the guy making things happen for Portland. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And we'll be right back after this. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
Yeah, but those are the games you can learn from. You see where you are now and where you need to get to.
Matisse Thybulle's out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Williams. Then it's Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the 4 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Jones. He has yet to score. Dosunmu, the pass to Smith. Ball from long range. Rebound by Williams. Portland trailing here. Outside, Simons. Williams against Collins. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Sharp's got his first 3 points of the game.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Smith kicks the ball. Smith sets the pick for Ball. Back to Smith. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Simons missing.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
That savvy little up fake there, fooling the D. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Now, here's Sharp. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Ball with it. 17 points in his last outing. Outside Collins. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Ball. It's tipped. And now Portland on the break. Here's Simons. Collins grabs the miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Collins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
And so Collins nails both of them. And Stan, a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group. But it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Grant, he's checked in for Portland. Scoot Henderson comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Moose Ellis is checked in for the Bulls. And so here is Chicago. Outside, Jones. Smith with a screen on Henderson. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now here's Henderson. Pass to Sharp. Back to Henderson. There's the three. Rebound by Smith.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Now here's Dosunmu. Guarded closely. Smith sets the pick for Jones. Collins wide open. He fires. And again, no good by Chicago. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pulls it from 20. Rebound by the Bulls. And here's Jones. Scoreless thus far. And there's Collins on the assist from Jones.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Smith with a screen on Henderson. Jones, the pass to Smith. Comes up empty down low. Portland's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And a bit of a struggle for him so far in the quarter. Just 1 for 5 from the field.
Now Jones, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Buzelis. Inside, here's Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Henderson. Here's Williams. And here's Sharp. Offline with his 3. Jones against Henderson. Right side Jones. Smith the pass to Jones. Henderson pulls it in. Portland trailing here. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So for the Trailblazers, DeAndre Ayton comes in for Williams. And it's Avdia in for Shaedon Sharp. Chicago also making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Jalen Smith. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Buzelis. Ayton kicks to Henderson. Over Jones. Here's Ayton. Plays it up off the glass. Ayton's got 10.
Well, at his size, Ayton can absorb contact easily.
Henderson against Jones. Williams, a screen on Henderson. And it's Giddey in the corner. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And for Portland, they're shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Avdia, a screen on Jones. Henderson, no one around him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Wow, Henderson looking so confident, shooting the answer 3 right there.
Outside, Jones. Back to Giddey. Collins, a screen on Avdia. Giddey, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. And finished off by Avdia.
Just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
Bulls trail by 3. Now here's Giddey. Collins, a screen on Avdia. Over in the corner, Williams. And the Bulls, another 3.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Henderson. Simon's on the wing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Chicago's gone 4 of 7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Collins finds Williams. Jones up top. Henderson defending. 6 to shoot. Fires from 14. Portland grabs the miss. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Grant in the corner. Good on the three-point shot. Grant's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
Grant in a bit of a hurry there. No problem.
Dosunmu with it. Outside Williams. Outside Collins. Williams scanning the floor. Outside Jones. That one no good. Some solid defense from Ayton. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
And you look at Henderson. He'll have a spot in the contest if he can hang out of the number 4 spot in the voting. And with his skills, you know he'll have a shot to win it if he can make it in.
He's going to have a great shot. And Kevin, he's going to give it everything he's got if he can make it into the contest. I bet his dunks have some serious thought being put into them.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Playing with serious aggression. DeAndre Ayton. This team would love to see more of that.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 7. Pass to White. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Bangs home the trifecta. Vucevic has got 8.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
Showing why he was selected first overall in the 2018 draft. Ayton looking absolutely dominant right now.
Bulls trail by 4. And here is Giddey. Pass the ball. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. East End, the last few decades, we've seen the 3 become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the 3 spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the 3 is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner 3.
Ball hits them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Ayton. He's got 14. It's tipped. It's stolen by White. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And there is White, and that's good on the assist by Ball. He's got 11.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Trailblazers trail by 3. Henderson passes to Grant. Now, Avdia, 11 points last game. Avdia with a screen for Henderson. Shot to stop the run. And the three off target.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Grant. Fast break. Here they come. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Now here's White. He's got 11. Here's Williams. That's short off the rim. And for Portland, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. Henderson kicks to Grant. Pass to Ayton. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
What a finish by Ayton, putting it right back with authority.
Giddey, no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers out in front, up 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting?
I've got a good idea who I want to see make the cut. So far, these results are close, but I know what I'm thinking. It's right there, Shaq.
That's why this is a democracy, Kenny. One person doesn't get to choose.
Moving on to the first half of our game. DeAndre Ayton certainly impressed out there.
And what he did to those defenders, you know they're in the locker room right now discussing ways to keep the ball out of his hands.
That may be the only way to stop him because even against doubles, he's been accurate. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. White is out there with ball. And it's Giddey in at the 3, the small forward. Stolen by Henderson, and it's the Trailblazers on the break. It's hauled in by the Bulls. On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Grant. Vucevic the pass to Williams. Giddey against Avdia. Just 5 on the clock. White. Portland grabs the miss. Henderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Simons. Nice shot from the wing. Simons has got 8.
This is why you got to keep pace with Simons, because once he's got a step on you, you're finished.
White the pass to Vucevic. Back to White. To the inside, and stolen by Ayton. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. The shot's good from Simon.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Denny Avdia. He's averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
And so White will bring it up for the Bulls. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Williams. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Some solid defense from Grant. To the paint. And the dunk by Grant.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
Here's Giddey. Vucevic, a screen on Avdia. Giddey the pass to Williams. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Grant.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Henderson kicks to Simons, and he's good on the 3-ball. And now it's a 10-point Portland lead.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to Giddey. Poked away. Stolen by Avdia. In the corner, Henderson with it. A 3-pointer off the mark. Bulls trail by 10. Here's Ball. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
Grant the pass to Simons. Ayton a screen on Ball. That's a 2 from Simons. They get it back. Here's Ayton. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake. Ayton's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers. Simons against Ball. It's deflected, and they get it back. And it's Vucevic missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And that's a spot of the floor Giddey wants to improve. It certainly puts in the work there to get better.
Henderson against Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Grant. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bulls trail by 11. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Giddey. Now here's Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th assist in this one. Henderson passes to Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Giddey against Avdia. Nice defense from Giddey. Here's Chicago. Ball dishes to Williams. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
And that one falls for Williams. And Williams drops them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. Number 5 is DeAndre Ayton.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Outside, Simons. Ayton a screen on Ball. Simons from outside. Ayton kicks to Simons. Another shot. Fades away. And it's off the back rim. No good. Bulls trail by 7. To the middle. That's good from Williams on the assist by White. White's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Now, here's Avdia. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. A nice shot by Simons. 15 points for Anthony Simons.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
The Bulls have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Ball finds White. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, you can see White's confidence continue to grow on shots like these, just sticking it to the defense.
You know, Stan, it is great to see Kobe White put it all together.
It sure is, Kevin. This guy hung in there with a great attitude, even when he wasn't playing as much as he wanted to. He's still growing as a player, knocking down shots. His confidence is sky high. His approach will take him a long way.
I got to believe as a coach, that is incredibly satisfying to have that kind of play.
Yeah, it really is when you have a guy like that and he just keeps getting better.
And White, no good on that one. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw drops for Ayton.
Well, I appreciate how focused DeAndre Ayton is on excelling at what he does best. His primary concern is being a force in the paint on both ends.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Dosunmu comes in for Josh Giddey. And Trey Jones subbed in for White.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Jones kicks to Vucevic. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Dosunmu, the pass to Vucevic. Back to Dosunmu. The offensive rebound. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Well, defending Vucevic, it's rough and tumble.
First trip to the line for him here.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
No good on that one.
Well, with his rebounding and scoring, Vucevic is a nightly double-double threat.
He hits the second from the line. Trailblazers leading by 6. Sharp, the pass to Ayton. Pass to Simons. Back to Ayton. And Sharp has it in the corner. 4 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got 22.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Jones with the bounce pass. Vucevic against Ayton. Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Williams. Here's the 3. And again, Chicago. No good.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Jones, no luck. Trailblazers have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. And good that time. And now a 10-point Portland lead.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
Vucevic setting the pick for Jones. It's Vucevic, top of the key. Ball with a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Ball's got 12 points in the game. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Ayton sets the pick for Sharp. Driving to the basket. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Bulls trail by 9. Now, here's Ball. He's got 12. Inside. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Portland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Simons on the wing. The 19-foot shot, rebounded by Vucevic.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Down low, here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Jones with it. Pass to Vucevic. On the wing, Jones. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Scoot Henderson.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Bulls have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. First one falls.
Former second-round pick, Jones has worked hard to carve out a role in this league, and he continues to look to improve.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Williams is checked in for Grant. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Inferni Simons. And Delano Banton's subbed in for Scoot Henderson. That one is no good.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
They grab their own miss and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Josh Giddey.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
He misses the free throw. And coach, this guy, Matisse Thybulle, he really changes what you can do on offense with his defense.
Yeah, look, Matisse Thybulle's as good a defender as there is in the league. He hasn't had that profile because we haven't seen him on TV as much, but he's disruptive. He causes turnovers. He blocks shots. This guy's as good as there is in the league.
So long and disruptive, a great word to use. Now here's Ayton. Shoots over Dosunmu, and that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got 10 points here in the second half.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone.
And Vucevic kicks to Jones. Back to Vucevic. Over Thybulle. And it's Vucevic missing. Portland leading by 8. And it's Thybulle in the corner. Pass to Ayton. Over Jones. Vucevic with the block.
Well, defensively, Vucevic was in great position and times that perfect.
Here's Kamara. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Pass to Buzelis. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Vucevic finds Jones. Here's Kamara. Here's Williams. Vucevic defending. And the shot goes in. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
Well, that's muscling your way in. Williams doing some heavy lifting inside.
Now here's Jones, defended by Thybulle. Outside, Jones. Pass to Dosunmu. And again, no good by Chicago. And here's Sharp. Off target from the baseline. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Inferni Simons out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Shaedon Sharp. Then it's Rob Williams. And it's Kamara in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half. A coach loves seeing chances from that range. work that inside area.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Simons surveying the D. Outside Williams. Here's Sharp. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Smith. Outside Terry. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Miami Heat. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And they are looking at a ton of road games in the next stretch, but this team shouldn't fear the idea of it. They've been more than capable of getting wins on the road, and I wouldn't expect anything less on this trip.
Osumu, he's checked in for Terry. They set the pick. Three-pointer, Simon connects from three-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
In the corner, Collins with it. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 6 assists here tonight. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. For 3. Rebound by Smith.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Now, Dosunmu. Pass to Jones. Back to Dosunmu. And stolen by Thibault. One-on-one here. Here's Kamara. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Well, it seems like Simons is always keeping his options open, always willing to make the pass instead of taking the shot.
Poke loose. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Now here's Jones. Smith with a screen on Simons. In the corner, Collins with it. Another 3 for Chicago.
Good decision-making from Jones. He's embraced that in his young career.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Sharp with it. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Bulls trail by 10. Smith with a screen on Simon. Here's Jones. Pass to Dosunmu. Now here is Smith. Buzelis with the ball. Defended by Sharp. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Dosunmu. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Simons. And no good that time. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
And how about that move by Sharp against the defense, getting them to put contact on him so he can draw the foul.
The free throw drops for Sharp.
Well, for Sharp, it's about shooting a good percentage. When he does that, he's an impactful player.
And the Bulls making a change here. Herter's checked in. And Sharp drops them both.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Herter with a screen on Henderson. Jones kicks to Herter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Carter, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And so he makes both from the line. Trailblazers leading by 8. Henderson outside. Outside, Simons. Bucket is good. And that's now 20 points for Anthony Simons.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
Here's Giddey. In the corner, Smith with it. No good on the triple. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Henderson passes to Sharp. Lots of room. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Sharp's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
And not just an athlete. Sharp is very crafty with the ball in his hand.
Pass to Smith. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Collins. Portland grabs the miss. Simons has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Such a great scorer. Simons can carry an offense for a stretch. Now he's working on the night-to-night consistency.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Collins. Williams comes in for Jalen Smith. Lonzo Ball is checked in for Carter. And it's White in for Jones. Now here's Henderson. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Here's White. Outside Williams from past the arc. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Trailblazers leading by 10. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Grant dishes to Ayton. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Grant. Back to Ayton. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Bulls trail by 10. White finds Vucevic. And here is Giddey. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. And it's ball in the corner. And stolen by Simon. They break it out 5-on-3. Grant for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic is... And so White will bring it up for Chicago. Here's Giddey. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Shaedon Sharpe picks one up.
And I like Giddey getting physical, challenging the defense.
And that one misses. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Avdia's checked in. And he sinks the second. Trailblazers leading by 9. Henderson outside. Pass to Simons. Back to Henderson. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. 5 on the clock. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, the 7-footer Ayton, when he's this close to the basket, he's looking for the jam.
Bulls trail by 11. And here's White. Vucevic a screen on Henderson. White with it. Now guarded by Ayton. It's good. 17 points for Vucevic.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
For Portland, they've gone 6 of 13. So just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And the wide open shot from Avdia. Off target with his 3. Chicago's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And White kicks the ball. Pass to Giddey. Williams sets a screen for Giddey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And he just kept working. Giddey felt the whistle coming and able to finish the play.
Both free throws good for Giddey. Trailblazers leading by 7. Now Henderson. Simons, the pass to Ayton.
Well, we'd all like to see more of that from Ayton. Using that big frame to get himself an opportunity at the line.
And he makes the first. Ayton hits them both.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
Vucevic a screen on Avdia. And White kicks the ball. Ayton against Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buries the 20-footer. Williams has got 9 points here in the second half. Trailblazers leading by 7. Henderson looking it over. It's stolen by Vucevic. White with it. Now guarded by Ayton. White the pass to Giddey. No good from outside.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Stolen by Grant. And it's Ayton missing. Bulls trail by 7. White dishes the ball. And he banks in the layup.
And Ball is not going to back down in these moments. In fact, he embraces being the man when it's a big possession.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now, here's Avdia. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. Pass to Ayton. Shoots over Vucevic. And it's Ayton missing.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And Giddey gets it to go. Now it's just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Oh, stone cold stuff there from Josh Giddey. Big time shot in the moment.
Here's Henderson. Outside, Simons. .157 left to play in the final quarter. Portland again missing. And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Now here's Giddey. Williams, a screen on Simon. Giddey kicks to Williams. Can't cash in from a high post.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Got that one up quick. Simons has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, you see that quick release, and Simons right on the money.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Spins. Giddey against Avdia. And it's Ball in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Absolutely no fear in this young fella. When the game is close, you want the ball in Ball's hand.
Now, here's Simon. Grant on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Ayton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Kobe White.
I love that pump fake from Ayton. It's such a simple yet effective move.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Cannot convert on the second. That misses. Ball from long range. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. It's the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Ball from long range. And again with the rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
So the Trailblazers win it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, DeAndre Ayton.